All right, YouTube, Instagram, social media, whoever my brother's advertising to nowadays, you already know what it is. It's another cast of my brother and me. That's my brother over there, the heir to the Iron Throne. And, I'm me, Maester Ted, and his brother Ted, still in the place to be. He wants to tell me what we got going on today.
All right, y'all. House of Dragon continues to get it popping. We on season 3, episode 3, and we're just gonna give you this quick review, and let's get right to it because they got right to it. You know what I'm saying? Word.
See, I'm rocking the traditional Targaryen color, black and red, Mason, I rep that team black, he's supposed to be repping that team green. Guess, because the name of the episode is Rhaenyra Triumphant. In other words, shout out to Team Black. But go ahead,
Man,
Andy.
trash. Anyway, so as we start off, we got you know Damon, this dude, man, uh, getting with Lauren Orman and Alice's cousin, and basically he's telling them like, yo, go ahead and bend the knee, and we got everything on lockdown. Even offers Oldwood to off old dirty ass, and Owen seems to, like give in, you know what I'm saying? So, you know,
Yeah, he had good reason to give in. Because Damon, you forgot to mention the reinforcements that was behind Damon. It wasn't just Damon. Hey, look,
yeah,
Damon.
yeah, 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 he had off and what I'm
Hey,
saying, the
I had the
hammer.
Rough Riders with him. We had the
Yeah,
Rough
yeah,
Riders with
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. So he did have the 3 dragons, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He had the hammer out there, you know. And as Orman,
Cue the hammer.
yeah, exactly. And as Orman, again, Vinzini tells the boys, yo, round them up. Damon comes with the yo, and we want the prince too, my man. We want the Prince Darren. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and bring him out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, what you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, real quick, and I got to say, y'all, speaking of, man, Maester Ted made a mistake the other night. Hey, look, I thought Lord Orman was Prince Darren. I was wondering about the Targaryen traits that I didn't see. But hey, nonetheless, though, made a mistake. Hey, even Masons make a mistake or two every now and then. And apparently, hey, look, the Targaryen prince was who I thought he was. Hey, look, we ain't never seen the dude before. What you want me to do? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, 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 yeah. So, go ahead, Laura Orman, gives up his little cousin. And you know, like you said, no one's ever seen him before. So they give him up, and they've been talking that real to him, like, yo, we're gonna take care of him, hook him up. So, you know,
depends on your conduct, though, how well we take care of him.
exactly,
Take him in and go turn around and go home. You know what I'm saying? That'd be the first sign that you got.
exactly.
That'd be the first sign of good faith that you turn around and take the squad home because
Word, word,
they're
word,
no longer
word,
needed. You know,
word. So, I mean, now we have Rhaenyra, you know, kind of talking about ghosts, so and kind of just she's filling into her queen role, you know. So she's kind of learning what it is to be queen, now. You know what I'm saying? So she's finally in her role, and of course you got Damon telling her, she killed everybody and blah blah blah, and it's like, come on, Damon, you know.
I say this though. She find out that queen role ain't as easy as she thought it was going to be. It's one thing coming in, swooping and taking over the throne, but she now finding out stores is depleted. Crown ain't got no money, so to speak. It's been moved and shifted. You
Yeah,
know, embezzled and laundered other places. And hey, a lot of rats around too, dog. Some of them bitter, and the rats ain't never a good sign. You
yeah,
know,
exactly, exactly,
hey,
exactly.
one thing about it, I'm team black, but I recognize the sign or two when I see it. And I gotta
yeah,
say, the rats. I really want to say the first one actually bitter. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah, and so she's learning to be queen. Now we have her. Damon's like, yo, we finally have the prince, which is her half brother, and she's got to step to this little dude like, yo, we gonna be cool with you, but you are a prisoner. You know what I'm saying? And you know,
She was a little stern, I felt.
I thought so too. I thought so too. I thought so too. For it to be her half brother, but at the same time, prisoner of war, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, but I mean, I felt like she was. She was a little stern. Hey, look, that pressure was getting to her this episode, Jack. Hey, look, stress. Hey.
Exactly. And she's pressing, the prince about Ormond's whereabouts. I mean, whereabouts, what he's been doing, where's his brothers at. And my man ain't said a word. He on lockdown. You know. So, you know.
Nervous still right now, but I mean, but yeah, he ain't said nothing.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
Oh,
Rhaenyra is like, yo, put him in the chambers and let him sit there. You know what I'm saying? So, at least she's not trying to cut his head off of that yet. You know what I'm saying? So word. Uh and then we have fast forward a little bit, we find out, the royalties broke. Ain't got no money. And we find out the royals have pretty much, mastered a coin before they killed him. He had got all the bread, you know.
uh, bevel the laundry.
Yeah. So now they pressing the maester, like where's the money? That he's like, yo, he keep having to backtrack. Like, look, they didn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell me nothing.
I'm
I don't
responsible.
know.
I'm responsible for healing. Duke got me ask me about some medicine.
Exactly.
That's my field. You know what I'm saying? That's my field. Y'all know this is my field. You're asking me a whole bunch.
Exactly. You asking me questions that I don't know, my man. And he got to backtrack and look. I don't know, and I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So look.
Never knew, didn't want to know.
Exactly. So now, she's got to sit with her advisors. We have Lord Corliss there. We have was it Malaysia? Is it Malaysia? Malaysia?
Yeah, Masseria, Lady Masseria.
Masseria. And Masseria is like, look, I know you broke, and I know you want to have this coronation, to officially make you queen, the whole nine, but you can't be mad extravagant when the people in need, and Rhaenyra's gotta kind of gotta, heed to that. Because again, how you balling out and the people starving, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, uh, we have her, she has to pretty much put her court together. You know, she don't have a council
Brother.
yet or anything. She have nothing. You know what I'm saying? She's starting out fresh.
My bad. Brother.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say, yeah, she struggled. She don't trust the folks that she
Yeah.
had at Stone. She ain't called for nobody but Lady Masseria. Everybody else back at the spot, wondering what's going when they boat coming. You know what I'm saying? They don't know when they boat coming, and hey, and she said she don't trust none of them. Really, ain't nobody but her, Damon, and some dragon riders.
Yeah.
So
Word. That's
she
really it.
she got to recreate her whole small council. Uh, she ain't got no Queen's Guard at all. I mean, she ain't got a one. You know what I'm
Nothing.
saying? I mean, not a one. I mean, she don't
Yeah,
trust
yeah.
her. She don't trust it. I gotta say, Team Black ain't looking all that stable. I must say. I mean, we sitting in the place right now, but we ain't looking all that stable. I must say. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna put you in
And
book.
we have rats flowing throughout the castle. There seems to be a theme, throughout. And she's sitting with her council, and pretty much, the maester is like, yo, she tells them about Aemon, and she's got to make some moves there and distribute people here and there, and I wonder. I still be wondering what Amy's gonna do. You know,
Yeah,
and
maybe
better
somebody
yet,
trying to recuperate.
she offers a ransom for Aemon the One Eye. Yo, whoever kills him can have Harrenhal. We
I mean, hey, I might not aim it off, but I want Harrenhal. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you keep that to somebody else. I mean, you know, so nobody want.
exactly,
Hey, look, nobody but that witch want Harrenhal.
exactly. She's like, yo, I got the Riverlands now, so I don't need it. You know, so uh, you know, we'll see how that goes. So you know, as we see her walking with her Kingsguard gold cloak, what I'm not sure of his name.
First name Luthor, I think. Yeah, the first name Luthor.
Okay, all right. Yeah, they're just making their way through the castle. You know, she's putting them up on game, and as you see, you know, people are bombarding the queen, with requests and things that they
Left and right.
need. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, hey, look, everybody from, hey, look, inside, outside, with everybody from
Everybody needs it, yo, because
all
they've
kinds
been
of
suffering.
requests.
Exactly, they've been suffering. They've been suffering, and as you see, she makes her way to Allison and Helena's chambers, and she pressing Allison about where the gold is at. Allison's like, "Bitch, I don't know." You know what I'm saying? You killed the master of coin, but you should have asked him before you laced him. Would have been a good idea.
Right. Hey, can't argue with you there, Jack. It's like her. That stress. Stress getting to her. Damon, look, she got Damon in her ear. Kill everybody, cut their heads off, cut their heads off. And
Yeah,
that's why Damon wouldn't have been a good ruler because Damon want to kill everybody. He
bingo,
just want to cut he just want to cut heads off. Because,
bingo, bingo.
the road prince.
and and at this point, as Allison is like, "Yo, I don't know where the gold is at," and should ask the master the coin, and also, she goes on, as Rhaenyra is, acting as if like this is all Allison's fault. Allison has to remind her, like, "Yo, I did everything I was supposed to do. B. Don't get mad at me if the men, what I'm saying, fuck shit up. You know what I'm
Once,
saying?"
but I can't front though. Once Allison ran that down to her, you could see the reality pinned on her because she couldn't front. She couldn't argue with nothing she said. Allison said, "Yo, did they lay down the joints? Like fire upon y'all when y'all came in, and did all like possibly do. I mean, things happen. It's a hit or two every now and then. You know what's up." And Rhaenyra really couldn't say none of that. You know,
Exactly. And so, pretty much, uh, Allison tells Rhaenyra, like, "Yo, why don't you just forget about Aegon, go about your little life?" And then, Rhaenyra got the nerve. Now, I won't say the nerve, but she's like, "Yo, you still defending this dude's life?" And what you want the woman to do? You know what I'm saying? She did everything you asked. She then gave up the queen. She then got the damn crazy son up out of there. You know what I'm saying? She ain't challenged you. Yo, what more you want her to do?
see, Elena looked at her real quick though when she heard that she had agreed to have Aegon killed. She looked at her real quick, like, oh, okay.
Like,
Hey,
hold
hey,
on.
hey, look, keep my eye on you just in case. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look,
Exactly. And you know, Allison gives her a spiel. Rhaenyra tells her, "Look, when Aemon is found and blah blah blah, then I'll let you go." And Allison's like, "Yo, so you want me to wait? I gotta wait for you to find my son? That's a BS, me. You know what I'm saying?" So, I, I'm not with it. I'm not with it. You know what I'm saying? Again,
what's that? There your circle.
more more shadiness on Team Black. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, dog, why don't you represent your squad? I ain't see you with no green up here yet, but all right, go ahead. I'm with you. All right.
Anyway, anyway,
Go,
uh,
go. Green, go.
so you know, now we have talk of the first start of the talks of killing Darren. You know what I'm saying? You have her what she called her mistress of whispers. You know what I'm saying? She has her, and she's like, "Look, that cat is he next in line, B. He's a high tower next in line. You may have to off the dude, man. You know what I'm saying?
And Westeros, hey, dog, Westeros is a rough place, but go ahead.
Rough plays, B. Rough plays, rough plays.
And
And
your birth determines a lot around here. And
exactly,
you,
exactly,
you be
exactly.
too low, your life don't mean nothing. And you be too high, your life means something in a bad way. Like, it knock you off just to,
Exactly, exactly. And
always have brother.
and Rhaenyra has to be reminded, that is her half brother. She hasn't, he hasn't committed the crimes his brother has. And this is an innocent little kid, really, because remember, she was like, yo, he's younger than I expected, so she's kind of, leery of just offing this kid, you know what I'm saying? That's her half brother, you know what I'm saying?
Plus, now, they frown upon a few things around there. Kinslaying is definitely one of them. And
Yeah,
the
yeah,
kinslaying thing around Westeros is, kind of,
yeah, yeah, kind of frowned upon. Yeah,
we got to dance with that.
yeah, 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 yeah. So then she sees Jace as a ghost, kind of bugging out real quick, you know, and kind of shakes it off.
And see,
And
dude, when the real dude he looked back at Rhaenyra like, what you looking at me for? Look, I'm chilling. I'm trying to serve some soup. I'm doing what you can throw me to do. You looked at me a little funny. Do I got something to be worried about? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
or so she, Rhaenyra's like, yo, pretty much, watch everybody, put things in motion, and watch my back, B. You know,
Hey, remove any high tower. It's gonna be high tower loyalists. So
exactly. Remove
find out who
everybody,
they are and remove them.
remove
She's
them.
gonna replace them. And I replace them around there could mean a whole bunch. I mean, might be out there with the rat catchers. All right on. Need to get
Yeah,
something done with
so
the rats right now. But go ahead.
exactly. So now, I'm not sure if this term is the guy's the priest or the whoever can make her officially the queen. I'm not sure what you call
Probably the who is he? Probably the not the head mate, but he's probably the high septon.
him. I said, okay, okay,
Probably the high septon right now.
yeah, yeah. Well, pretty much, he tells her. She asks him like, "Yo, what's up? Want to do the whole, make me coronation? At least we can't do the big banquet, but at least make me queen in front of everybody." He tells her, no can do. You know what I'm saying? Awesome Hall and Oates joint. Yo, no can do. Yo, already made your brother. You know what I'm saying? King. And unless we got a body, can't do it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
didn't seem to buy the story at all. Let her know that the procedure that are normally followed, it ain't been followed. He ain't heard no whisper of it. And had a little bit of defiance in his voice as well. Didn't seem like he was like intimidated at all.
At
Trying,
all, at all. He not
her
with it.
position.
So even if you knock me off, it don't matter. You still ain't gonna be queen, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it don't work that way. It does not work that way. It does not work that way. So, she tries to, you know, appeal to his sensitivity senses. And he's like, no, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? And it lets her know, like, yo, don't try to go against the faith.
Yeah, yeah,
It won't get her.
that went from defiant to downright don't mess around.
Don't mess around, don't fuck around. You know what I'm
Don't
saying? Don't
mess
fuck
around.
around.
Do
Yeah, yeah,
not mess
yeah,
around.
yeah, yeah. So have Alan of Hull and Adam of Hull, sitting with their pops, Corliss, and the Queen, kicking a Willy Bobo. And we have Corliss pretty much letting the Queen know, yo, These is my illegitimate sons, if you couldn't tell, which she said she couldn't. And he wants to make them legit, you know what I'm saying? Legit jits. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I can't argue with him. I mean, like can't argue with him. Those boys, and he really ain't got nothing else to give him, and that at least would you know help along with whatever
Exactly.
else he could. It's better than. And one thing about it, a name also goes a long way in Westeros, especially the
Exactly.
right. And a name like Valerian that definitely stretches a long way and a long.
Bingo. 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 Bingo.
And it also explain, because every now and then you got somebody going, "Hey, I never got a dragon." You know what I'm saying? They might, share some of that mystery. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they got that old Valerian blood in them. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
Adam, you just didn't stumble across that dragon. You know what I'm saying? You got some more, you got some roots. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo. Bingo.
Slight pun intended, but right
And
on.
we have he asked her to legitimize the kids, and she kind of looks like, I really ain't with that right now. And you would have expected her to do it right there. He was like, "Yo, just a couple words," and but she kind of, for whatever reason, was like, didn't say anything, didn't say yes, didn't say no, but the looks on her face says no. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, a lot of requests being made. Almost nobody is happy with the responses they get.
Exactly.
Almost nobody.
Exactly.
Almost nobody.
Exactly. So, Rhaenyra, for whatever reason, next scene, she makes a long way that she was in her new bedroom. She makes a long way down to her Lord husband's room with Damon and just kind of, lays down with him. And maybe it was a comfort thing or, they hadn't been
Didn't
together a
seem all that
while.
comfortable.
Huh?
Didn't seem all that comfortable. She don't get me wrong. She might have went there for comfort, but hey, she in a bad spot right now. Jack.
True, 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 true. So, flip scene, we have Rhaenyra getting ready for to greet her subjects, and she has her handmaid kind of lead her, telling her what she should wear, how to look, things like that. So again, she's learning, how to be queen, which is a good thing, you know. So you know, maybe she'll get there. Like I said, her handmaiden seems to know how the queen should dress and impress, her subjects. So that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and then right before she has to go out, unfortunately, her aunt Flo shows up, to say hello. You know, so it's not a good thing. So well, now especially back then, ain't no tampons and no pads. So you so
I probably never had to deal with that.
yeah, yeah. So now we see in the next scene how uncomfortable she is now with cramps, and she has to, listen to all these requests, how these people
More,
letting her know.
more requests.
Yeah, more requests.
More requests.
Yeah, and her people letting her know, they have no wool, they ain't got no meat, you
Hey,
know,
hey,
and
you talk about hold on, you talk about stomach cramp. Look, when that woman said something about 500 gold dragons, her stomach did another double knot or two. Hey, look at it.
word up, word up, word up, word up. And people are asking for everything, and then we finally find out that her royals have been hoarding food and other resources from the low poorly people. And Rhaenyra is not happy at all. I'm saying not happy at all. So
Mine's churning, but what's she gonna do? To rectify the situation. comes up.
yeah. Because homegirl that was rocking with Masseria, she was like, "I'm not asking you for no money, but let me let you know what these cats was doing. Yeah, let me know what these cats was doing. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
and she said she won't 100% clean herself. She was like, hey, look, tough times, tough message, you know what I'm saying? But hey, these cats went overboard. You know,
Exactly. And Rhaenyra's like, yo, I lifted the blockade. And she was like, nah, it ain't that. Besides that, these dudes was on some wild shit. You know what I'm saying? So again, foul behavior by Team Black. You know what I'm saying? But it is what
no,
it is.
actually, those lords, first and foremost, were down with the usurpers at the time when this hoarding was going on. Rhaenyra's been on
She
Dragonstone
is
for
the
years.
usurper. But
No.
anyway,
Queen
moving
is the
on.
usurper, sir. Yeah,
Moving on.
yeah. Of course, you want to move on. But go ahead. Try
Moving
to throw it back.
on.
Try to throw it. Matter of
Um,
fact, you might have to move on to the next scene. Go ahead, and we're gonna
yeah,
get to it. We can get
yeah,
to it.
yeah. So we have again Rhaenyra, sitting with her council, you know,
She ain't
and
got no counsel.
well, sitting with her main people. We have Corliss, Viseria, her mistress of whispers, and her damn uncle slash husband. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a real
And
small. That's a real
you know,
small counsel. That's the
yeah,
definition
yeah,
of a
yeah,
small counsel.
yeah. And we see her off the bat get some tea from Cramps, you know, and they just letting her know, like, yo, there's what she has to do. Again, as a queen, she got to listen to these people. You know what I'm saying? And that you cannot just ignore the poor and are not just, Damon's an asshole. He don't want to take care of nobody. He don't want to, talking about they just bitching. It's like, yo, these people are hungry. And Masseria knows like, yo, a hungry subjugant population is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? So I can dig it.
No, there's no arguments for me there, sir. Hey, I just told you, dog. They knew David was not the person to rule. Not the
Yeah,
person.
yeah. What up? So Rhaenyra gets the bright idea that she's gonna have a banquet with the royals. You know what I'm saying? Coolio.
The hoarders
Yeah.
who were down with Team Green. But go ahead.
Anyway, so as we see, Rhaenyra is now talking with the bastards, telling them, "Yo, it's gonna be a banquet. What you gonna rock?" You know what I'm saying? Awful, dirty ass. Wants to wear white. He's gonna look so nasty in that. You know, the Hammer is going with his little get up,
Shout out to you.
and and as she addresses Adam, you know,
Oh, he was he
she
was waiting. He was waiting to hear something ringing in his ear. He ain't hear what he wanted to
exactly,
hear. Hey,
exactly.
dog.
She
Nobody's hearing what they want to hear, dog.
at all. And she refers to him before he gets knighted, refers to him as Adam of Hall. You know what I'm saying? Was kind of foul again, you know, foul behavior about Team Black, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Knowing he want to be a Valerian. You know what I'm saying? So, Damon nice these dudes. And, if I'm Adam, I'm like, yo, I'm taking my dragon and I'm out. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. On.
So, we have Rhaenyra trying to get everything set up for this banquet. But then the Hammer pretty much approaches us like, yo, what I'm gonna get? You know what I'm saying? What can I get?
Requests coming from every direction.
Every direction. He's like, yo, what can I get? My wife is already gone. She left to go live with her brother. And so what's up? Uh, Rhaenyra is like, yo, you get a crib, you know, for you and your wife, send for her. And he's like, when? And she's like, come on, dude. I got all this shit going on, dog. Like, come on, you pressing me about a crib right now? Wherever
Yeah.
you live right now?
Hey, dog. Right now, hey, look. Being queen right now ain't it all as cracked up to be, especially with no
Word,
money.
word. It's like, come on, dude, leave me alone, man. But so she's like, yo, as soon as I can get to it, you got it, my man. You know what I'm saying? So
Hey, I'm about to say, and you got the second biggest dragon in Westeros right now.
yeah,
He,
yeah, yeah.
hey, look, can't really brush him off. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you kind of need him. Hey, look, he ain't somebody you just brush off. You got,
Exactly, exactly.
he go to Team Green. Woo-wee!
Anyway, so now we had the Queen
Oh,
Dowager.
yeah, I would love to take him. Don't act like that.
Exactly. No, of course, of course, of
Oh,
course.
all right.
We have the Queen Dowager, you know, coming in, and it is assumed that Rhaenyra just wanted to talk to her, get her little 2 cents. You know, she did rule, and but besides that, uh, she wanted to. Allison wanted to get her daddy's remains, sent to Oldwood, and
Reasonable request.
yeah,
Reasonable
yeah,
request.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And rightfully so, Rhaenyra said, "Go ahead, do you." You know what I'm saying, which is cool.
As you say, rightfully so. Shout out to Team Black with the decency shout. But
Anyway, she
I
did
know,
one
I
decent
know.
thing. Anyway, so like I said, Rhaenyra tries to get some pointers.
The pointers. Hey, I
Yeah,
need help. Hey,
yeah,
look, you you see the look on my face. You know what I seen on yours a couple times. Hey, look here. Matter of fact, hey, don't go nowhere. We ain't exactly seen eye to eye all the time, but hey, I need help. And you a hostage. Help.
word, 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 word. Well, you ain't got no choice.
Hey, look, your daughter. Hey, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how
Everything.
much your son, but
Yeah.
that's
So Allison, you know, giving her some pointers and letting her know, like, yo, there's gonna be some times where you are gonna have to do some stuff that is hard and you will not be yourself. And Rhaenyra is like, yo, that's bullshit. I'm always saying myself. And
I didn't
Allison's
like that.
like, yeah, okay.
I didn't like. I felt Rhaenyra was being a little stubborn. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want to. You know, you asked for some advice, when I give you the advice, now you don't want to take the advice.
Exactly. And I'm letting you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know what's happening. What's happening. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
like my brother over there. I admit when you know what I'm saying, Team Black is a little bit on the, you know what I'm saying. My brother over there, yeah, whatever.
anyway. So, she's letting her know what it is. And, Rhaenyra is kind of, you know, I don't want to say naive, but thinks like, yo, her father did it the right way, and Allison is kind of like, yo, yeah, Pops kind of live kind of different, dog. Whereas we don't live in that world, man. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I'm
your
saying?
father had a lot of money.
Yeah, that, and especially being women. You know what I'm saying? It's quite different being queen than king. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she just put her up on game. You know what I'm saying? Putting her up on game. You know what I'm saying?
Realm is under control, it's been under control, passed on to you, other than some, you know, roughhouse.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So now, flip scene, which is a flip scene, which was kind of funny to me. You know, we got Rhaenyra hosting all the royals. So or the I guess the upper royals, high end people. You know,
they weren't royal, they were nobles. They were nobles.
yeah, yeah, nobles.
And, and they were really your nobles at first. And she made that clear in
Yeah.
some comments that
So,
she made at the time.
so she done brought in all these people and, they ready to hobnobs and think they down with the queen. And the queen, serves them their just desserts. It looked like some rat, some fried grass, and you know what I'm saying, some wild shit. And they're like, yo, what's this? And she's like, yo, this is what my people's had to eat while y'all was hoarding food. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much withholding and robbing my people. And I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying? So right now, my gold cloaks is in y'all crib right now, getting that loot. You know what I'm saying? Getting that loot and that food. You know what I'm saying? To distribute to
Searching
my
your spot out. This is called search and seizure, baby.
people.
Search and seizure. And whatever we find, I'm gonna decide whether we need it and what you gonna get back. You know,
Exactly, exactly. And these nobles, are trying to, they're doing the same thing Damon doing, trying to blame the poor people for being poor, you know what I'm saying, and for speaking up, and it's like, and Rhaenyra smartly is like, yo, what would you do if your kids was hungry, punk? You know, he had no recourse, you know. So
One dude stuck to his guns. It was like, yeah, I ain't doing it. Whatever,
yeah.
He said, no, I don't know. He said what he gonna do, but he said he ain't doing that. But right on. I know them suckers from Team Green, they get their joint seized now. They turn close anyway, but right on.
Yeah. So Rhaenyra, and I liked it. And the one thing I'll give her, she was like, "Yo, you can eat with my people's ate by say blah," saying, told them all, and was like, "Yo," got up and was like, "Yo, good evening," and got up and walked the fuck away. And my man from
Yeah.
House Mannerly was like, "Yo, I was with the shits, but that was good. That was good. That was good." Give her an applause and shit. So I give her that. I give her that. I give her that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
It seemed like my man
first,
was trying to be slick.
first I thought they had this like, I thought, because they used to roast boar and savor this and whatever and mushroom soak that. Hey, look, I thought they was frowned up because it was just like some chicken. Hey, look here. Cats had roast rodent on the joint.
Exactly. Oh,
Hey, look, said,
man.
all right, seen all these rats around here. We're gonna figure out what to do with these joints.
Word. So flip scene, we have Rhaenyra and Damon, you know, cutting the jib, and Rhaenyra's like, yo, I need you to go to the Vale and round up the people that Lady J said she was gonna have for us.
Ah, no, no. She says she didn't want to run on the people. The war done now. She was like, for the men that she didn't send, have her send some gold.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Have her send some of that paper because we need it.
Yeah, exactly. Word, they
Hey,
do.
look. And she told him, come back either with some gold or pledge for some gold.
Word.
Hey, look, the only two options. Don't come back either, without those two things. Hey,
Word up. And he just kind of gassing her up, letting her know, that she should be queen and could be queen, and just keeping her hopes up, which is a good thing a husband and an uncle should do. You know what I'm saying? So,
I
it's
didn't know
good.
you were an expert on the matter of a hybrid husband uncle thing, but all
I
right.
mean, you know what I'm saying? But, and then he's like, yo, we should take over this place, that place, this place, that place. And she's
Now,
like, yeah,
speaking of one of those places, Maester Ted knows that Yee is extremely far. That's one of the places he's talking about, but it's got all the riches, which they are famous for having a bunch of those riches. But for my nerds of the spot, and y'all already know, ET is an extremely long distance away. But go ahead on though.
So, he wants to take over everything. And Rhaenyra,
Extremely long distance away.
yeah, and Rhaenyra is like, yo, all right, man, let's just take over Dragonstone first. You know what I'm saying? So, which I can dig. And then Damon just like a child, he stomps away and everything. So, childish. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know about like a child. I mean, but you know, your grace.
He
And
did.
hey,
Yeah, exactly. And so, we have Rhaenyra kind of looks like I thought she might got the idea to slice my man, her half brother, what I'm saying, Darren up, while he was sleeping. But she kind of, was looking over him and, sees he's carved a little bird, and seems like she's kind of, negating the idea to go ahead and slice him up, which is cool, and she's kind of sitting with now, you know, flip real quick scene, flip, she's now in the carriage with Rosaria, and she just lets Rosaria know, like, yo, I just kind of want revenge on the people who killed my son. You know what I'm saying? That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm ready to get down, as she goes to go greet her people, and you know, give away some food and shit, which is always a good thing. You know what I'm
I was
saying?
a little nervous when she was going to do that because one thing about King's Landing will kind of go either way, and you ain't got the right amount of security if the public ain't happy. And of course, that's a volatile time. So and then one mud pie is all it really takes. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah,
hold
yeah,
the crowd off, but everything pretty much went off without a hitch. She was well received, and she kind of stated her intentions on how she plans to rule. Like I said, it seemed like it was well received by the common folk, which is always a good thing. You
yeah,
know,
exactly.
people gotta keep a certain amount of security with you around there. But nonetheless, though, it seemed like at least today, this episode, um, she has a decent love of the people.
Yeah, yeah. She was giving out that food, and like you said, she
Always helping.
kind of
And they remember the first batch of food that she sent. Yeah,
true, 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 true. So she didn't send up the food. People were happy. So again, she's kind of learning. You know what I'm saying? How to be queen, which is again is a good thing. Can't. She won't be there for long, but we gonna see. We gonna see. We gonna see. So, uh, you know, so no. So now, this is the part where I was like, this it kind of made Rhaenyra seem like a kind of a bigot and a hypocrite, you know what I'm saying? But we have Rhaenyra and Corlys like stepped to her like, yo, you united my son, but you referred to him as a whole. So what's up with that? I asked you to make a Valerian. So what's happening? You know what I'm saying? And what does she do, Ted? What does she do? Team Black, shady as fuck. What does she do?
she just kind of let them know that right now, wait the time to let that happen. And
No, 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 no. What does she do, Ted? What does she do?
what do you mean? I'm not exactly sure. I mean, what do you mean, dog? I mean,
She again, hypocrite, you know what I'm saying? Gonna tell Chorus, like, yo, I don't want to make your bastard sons official, you know what I'm saying? Because people had words about my sons not being official. And Chorus had to
once
check,
again,
you know what I'm
once
saying?
again, she let him know that right now wasn't the time for these things to happen.
Bullshit. And Corliss had to check her. Yo, bitch, how come your bastard ass sons can be, you know what I'm saying, can be official, but mine can't? You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, tell me to my face a reason. And her sorry ass couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Again,
Well, she
like,
was more shocked because now she's debating whether she's definitely shocked, and now she's really debating whether because now look, everybody's got a limit around there, and you talk your ass off. Everybody's got a limit, and Lord Corliss is at the limit of really, and now she don't get me wrong, she needs
bubble,
a strong force, but he's at the limit of what can be said. I
whatever,
believe that.
whatever you want to say, she had no answer because she was being a bigot and a hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? So bingo.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
just like you had no answer when them
Nah,
team green and them suckers was at the table. They won't her team. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
anyway. So as we fast forward, Rhaenyra busts in to Allison's chambers and lets her know she has her son, Darren, you know, and Allison's like, how long you been had this dude? And just a couple days. Okay, cool. Sorry, I'd be quiet. You had a couple days, and you know, it's kind of like Allison's like, yo,
Keep your eyes
now
clear.
you didn't kill my son, you didn't held me captive. Now you got my son captive. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to send him off to the wall?
She ain't killed no son yet.
True,
She killed her
but
dad. She killed her dad.
she wants to kill one of her sons.
Oh, well, she's supposed to be one. She wants to kill two of them actually,
Well,
as she's supposed to. As she's
that's
supposed to.
so And now you got my youngest son.
Oh, that was the agreement, won't it? It was the agreement to kill one of the sons, and obviously we know Aemon has to go. So I mean, it's kind of implied.
Yeah, but like I said, you know, it's kind of like on Allison's part. It's like, yo, you doing way too much. You done killed my pops. You got me captive. You got my son captive. You want to kill my other fucking sons. It's like, damn, bitch, you doing too fucking much.
No, it was agreed that one of her sons at least be killed.
Anyway, so moving on, we
And
have
that's what Team Green does. That's what Team Green does. They
moving
sell out
on.
their own.
So
They
Alice
save
is
their own
like,
shit.
yo, I want to see my son. So Rhaenyra, being cool, was like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Team Black being cool again, huh?
And so, Allison, Rhaenyra is talking to little dude, Darren, like, yo, your mother's here. You'll be sent to the wall. Be cool about it. And then Allison,
Yeah, little dude like the wall. Yeah, no,
or
really.
not even that, but Allison busts in and see my man. She like, yo, this thing ain't. Rhaenyra can tell. Allison's like, yo, this ain't my son, nigga.
Yeah, because now she looked at it like, it's that look like, you seen it. She said, I ain't seen my son, once in like 5 years or something like that. And shoot, had that look. She looked at it like, she said, you don't know him, do you? You don't know who this cat is. All right.
Word. So now we find out
Lord
that
Ormond,
Lord
Lord
Ormond
Ormond done pulled the move.
then pulled the water over her eyes, has deceived her, and I'm like, yeah, baby, because I thought this nigga was a sucker. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, baby. Now
I
we
thought he
able.
gave up a little bit suspiciously easy as well. So I kind of figured something was behind it. I'm not saying I knew that, of course, but
Yeah, yeah.
it did seem like, but of course, in a situation like that, we got three big dragons, you agree to a lot. So, I mean,
Exactly. So we find out that this kid is just some random kid, got his hair dyed. He took the place of the prince, and his parents, his mom is just some random chick. And he was like, "Yo," Ormond told him, "Yo, take the place of the prince, or your mother's dead." So
even under the threat of dragon fire, are we
yeah.
gonna hang? Are
So
we gonna hang your mama?
exactly. So now she's distraught. She's like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? But now, as she makes her way out the chambers, she get word that the dragon keeper's at the gate. You know what I'm saying? And he tells her, yo, that Ormond got the whole city on rock and got him hostage, biggie. So, yeah, though, Ormond, as we find
Sneaky,
out,
sneaky Team Green.
yo,
Divas.
hey,
And now
hey,
that's when it's y'all, it's yo, hey,
hey. No,
okay.
because we have to usurp the usurpers. You know what I'm
Y'all are the
saying?
usurpers. What do you mean?
What would you? We have to usurp the
No,
usurper.
no, no,
You
y'all
know
are
what
the
I'm
usurpers.
saying?
Uh,
So, uh, 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 you know, now mine is blown. Ormond did pull the move. He got the city hostage, and Rhaenyra was like, "Yo, I'll burn them all." But he's like, "Yo, if you go in, you be burning your own people. You can't do that." You know what I'm saying? So now she in the catch 22. You know what I'm saying? So, what she gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And now we see a backdrop of her, because earlier in the scene we saw she had brought down all the Team Green stuff. So now we see a backdrop of her burning it. But, in the midst of that, now she got to figure out what she gonna do because Team Green is on the move, baby. Go Team Green.
Suckers and deceivers. That's what they are. But anyway, uh,
Anyway,
good
anyway, anyway.
episode.
So
Gotta say, great episodes all season so far. I haven't really found much filler. You understand what I mean?
yeah,
It's episode 3 tonight. Another good episode. Every now and then you got to get some type of filler, but it doesn't seem like We call it filler. Yeah, this has been good
Yeah,
TV.
yeah. So it's been immediate. It's been immediate, and you know, we gonna see episode 4 should be popping. But this episode was a good episode, and so we'll see how things develop with Aemon and how Rhaenyra reacts to the new developments that have happened, to her. You know what I'm saying?
The stress of being queen. So
Exactly.
I like, comment, subscribe. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
brother,
yeah.
the heir to the Iron Throne there.
Yeah.
Get ready to pull on out of here. I'm Mason Ted. Hopefully, I ain't giving no incorrect information tonight. I think I was on point with everything.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
you know, but if I
So,
did, get back with us in the comments. Let me know. Tighten up on it. You was right. I was wrong. Something like that. But
uh,
I think we was on point. So, all right, D, go ahead, carry us on out of here, man.
all right, yo. Well, thank y'all. Like you said, like, subscribe, share, and tell your mama, tell your uncles, all that, and tune into our some other shows. But yo, deuces. We see y'all next week.